Hello, everybody who's on here. It's 12 o'clock on Thursday, East Coast time. I think my computer's trying to catch up, so. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my Facebook Talks, Jewelry Talk. I always have to have my jewelry on when we're doing Jewelry Talk. This is always on East Coast at 12 noon. So it's time. So I'm actually going to just wait just a couple minutes while people get on and get put together. Hi, guys. Good. So, oops, let's get this. Okay, sorry. There's a whole new way to Facebook now. So I'm all just trying to work my way around and get everything adjusted. So, oh my gosh. Okay, nice seeing everybody here. Great. So what I wanted to talk about actually today, if anyone kind of saw the banner that went up, what I'm talking about today is wire. I want to talk a little bit about wire and how important it is, like with connections, and also, you know, I want to talk about a few other things too. So to start with, Susan Leonard here. I've been a jeweler for so long. Hey, you guys, I just started really doing some Instagram posts that really are more about education. So I'm going to post those once a week. They should be posted on Tuesday. I'm going to film up a bunch of them, but I really want to get a lot of my tips in there on working and being a jeweler. So if you guys have Instagram, I mean, it's really fun. It's really pretty. I posted on there Tuesday, you know, just really working with your body. I put working with pliers, springs versus no springs, all that type of stuff. Hello, good morning, Deb and Kendra. Nice to see you guys. So I actually am starting to do Susan bolding. Nice. I just started doing my yoga again probably about 2 weeks ago in my studio, and it's been so nice for me. I've been able to stretch out again. People who are in my course, Intentional Metalsmithing, know how important it is for me and for you, and as an artist or a jeweler, working a lot. Just really in getting your muscle stretched. If you're, you know, working for long periods of time, I know when I start really getting into work that I love, I just start, hi Barb, I just start working for hours on end, you know. Well, lately during this time, because I'm in a different phase of my life, I'm in a phase where I'm actually kind of rebuilding new work. I'm actually dreaming up new work. So I'm giving myself some time just to sit and dream things up too. You know, I'm in my studio doing some reading, doing some clearing. Hi, Nan. Yay. Oh, you love, I know this round. I'm trying to think if the round ring I etched out on here, it really is one of my favorites. I was actually thinking about the whole theme of this one. Thank you for bringing this up. I wore these two today because I'm thinking about this theme for my Milan Jewelry Week presentation that I have to start getting ready for now. I really love my team over there that I work with. It's with Vogue Accessories Italian, and they're such, you know, I feel like I've really gotten to know them well. I loved being out there last year. It was really just a lot of fun to be out there and connect with those guys. So this year, I'm really, you know, I know last year I talked about that I'm really looking to do runway. I still absolutely am looking to do runway. This year, I realized, how could I even have done it before when I know how I need to be prepared at this time? So it's some of the things, it's like when you're redreaming and reinventing. Hi, Deb. Good morning, Sherry. Oh, thank you, Barb. She says it's the best part of Thursdays. That's so sweet of you. Tuesdays too. So actually on Tuesdays I'm posting, it's not a live, but I'm posting on Tuesdays. I'm posting just ways to take care of yourself. I want to, you know, it was really fun with my Intentional Metalsmithing group because I got to, you know, really work out some ideas on the intentional side of intentional metalsmithing. And, you know, so for me, I'm just calling it all intentional metalsmithing, the way that I work. So there's days where I come in, like yesterday, I really wasn't in good shape to work. I didn't get up and do my yoga. Today I got up to do my yoga. I did my meditations. I'm actually, while I have the time, I was just talking about how I am in this period of time where it's good for me to be in my studio. I probably am in my studio on the average of 4 to 5 hours a day, so I'm not doing like 6 to 8 hour days. Sometimes when I'm in my studio working on techniques, inventing, I'm in my studio for 6 to 8 hours. But when I am working on redreaming work, redreaming a line, redreaming like, you know, how I'm going forward in meeting with intentional metalsmithing, how I'm going forward on Instagram, just to kind of turn people on to ways to take care of your body, you know, and ways I can take care of my body. And hi, Deb. So anyway, and oh, hi, Anna. Hey, girlfriend. Oh my gosh, thank you, Marley. You know what? I'm getting a lot of sleep. I don't know about you guys. Oh, there's my sister, Linda McNulty. We were just going to try to have a quick chit chat. There's Linda. She's the encaustic artist and actually does a lot of the alternative medicine. So thank you for showing up, Linda. Mwah. I'm looking forward to having Linda just to kind of sit on my back couches in my studio at some point soon. So that's fun. So anyway, you know, I'm talking about that. I'm just really finding this time to get a little bit more sleep. I can't believe how much I'm sleeping during this time. You know, it's like you'd think I would be restless. It's like, it's for me, even though I know it's hardship, I know it's, you know, this coronavirus going on, I am really finding a way to clear myself at night, clear myself, do my yoga in the morning, come in and work out my ideas. I'm finding my dreams. Sometimes in my dreams, I'm like, working out techniques and working just on the structure of things. I found I was doing a lot of that when I was working out this new work that I was doing with the gems. So, you know, it's like sometimes I'm in there literally hammering with my hammer and working things out, and I wake up and I'm like, oh my God, I'm exhausted. I was working all last night, you know. I remember years ago when I worked, hey Jen, I remember Jen Pickens. I remember years ago when one of my first jobs at Pizza Hut many years ago, and it's like I would, you know, it's like it's a big impact, some of your first jobs, and I would make pizzas all night long and wake up and be exhausted, but hey, I got to be a really good pizza maker, you know. So that's some of the ways that you work things out. Hey Kim, nice to see you. And Sandy's here. Oh my gosh, nice to see you, Sandy. So, you know, for me, it's like I'm certainly, and think about yourself too. Think about where you are. Think about what position you're in your life. We have a little bit more time to kind of, oh, I know, Cecilia, you know what? I have to tell you something. I was looking at your work this morning, and it's going to be fun to talk to you. It's like there's some work, because I always keep my eye on everybody's work. There's some work that I see online that it just brings me smiles and happiness when I look at it. Whoops, I hope I'm not cutting out. You know, I just get a lot of smiles and happiness, and then some work that brings me, like, I feel strength with, some work I feel just inventiveness. It's like whatever your intentional setting, you know, you're really going to portray that and push that through in your work. So that's always, it's like when I did my course, Intentional Metalsmithing, you really want to make sure you go in clear. Even if you go in and you're working out anger, even if you go in and you're working out beauty or like freedom or, you know, what if they're not such great words? Whatever. It's like I used to work out, I mean, for me, you know, as some people knew, they had a lot of, you know, I had to work out a lot of anger, a lot of sorrow, a lot of, you know, you hear artists that write music and they're working out a lot of their depression, or artists that are working out their depression. You don't have to worry about always having to stay on the right track. You just want to stay on your track, you know? So it's like for me, I am working on abundance. I am working on with my vibes that I put through, but I certainly in my work at different times in my life came in and pushed action and pushed you know, working out sorrow, love, heartbreak, you know, all of this. I did a whole series of work that was called Letters to My Lover, that was all about a hard divorce that I was working out with my husband. You know, did my work sell? Absolutely. There's a lot of people in the world who are working out some of the same issues, and it resonates with them. So, you know, I guess for me, it's like I do really enjoy going in and vibe love and vibing abundance at this point. But through my life, it's like you see these beautiful young storytellers. Yes, exactly that. See what I mean? So don't be, Kayla! So you actually, don't worry. It's like don't worry about like your brain going, oh, I have to think beautiful. I have to think good vibrations. I have to think all of this. You want to just go in and be authentic. You see some of these beautiful story writers and songwriters that have sang just devastating love stories of broken heart, and we're all love these stories and love these moments, of experiencing this broken heart with them, because we go back in and we have all, maybe we're going through a broken heart and trying to work our way out of it. So it's a good way to work out of it. One of the, and it's the same way where Christina says, people feel that energy that by my feelings at the time I made the piece seems to match what they may be feeling, and the love speaks to them. Absolutely, Christina. So, when you're selling your work, if you just let your authentic self out, people who are working towards that, or people who are going through that experience, will really need that vibration of your work with them. So, just in being authentic to yourself. And one of the things I always talk about is being authentic. So on Facebook, I kind of talk a little bit more about this. And on, Cecilia, she misses me. I know, we had so much fun in the, I had so much fun in here. What do you mean you made the pizza? Hey, Kim, good morning. Yes. So, so people, there are a lot of people on here that I'm seeing. It's like us talisman people were coming together. So it's like, I still am working out a lot of my stuff. I wake up some mornings and I'm like, oh my God, how am I going to get on and be on Facebook, and face. And then I just have to trust that people in like it's going to show and be here too. So, it really kind of is what it's about. She is Kathy Failer. Hi, Kathy. Oh my gosh. Kathy Failer. Thank you, Kathy. So that was my kid's Montessori teacher, and we spent so much time there. We had such a nice community of people, and she just contacting me right now. For anyone in my area that I'm in, we actually open up at Christmas time. I usually don't do retail or show up to do retail. I've done wholesale for so long, but I decided this year, we're here at the Screw Factory. Some people who've been able to visit can see all these artists around. And my last group, a buddy of mine, Matt, came in, who's a blacksmith, that did my beautiful tools over here on the tool holder on the wall, and helped me get my anvil set up in sight too. But so I decided, so you can see a lot of these people with a lot of their beautiful work, and I'm going to actually be here this Christmas. I think it's like the 20th of December, whatever the Saturday is here. If anyone's local, it's really fun. I might, I think I'm going to have my kids in here to help me sell. I might have a performance in here with some of this work that I'm doing to prepare, or it'll be after Milan at that point. So we'll see. In the meantime, so many people are asking me, I know I'm doing all this new work, and all this work will be for sale. Did I take out my earrings? I took them out because with my hair, you can't even see them. A lot of, all my work that I'm posting on Instagram, I'm going to have these up on my site. So no worries, all of these type of pieces here. I even, just have these little beautiful, I must be feeling little beautiful lately, putting that little beautiful vibe in there, because usually I'm not doing little and beautiful, right guys? I'm doing big and expressive. So, so let me see. Oh, thank you, Anne. I know, in August, right? So local, I am in Cleveland. This is actually in Lakewood. I live in Cleveland. This is like 5 minutes from my house, and we have this I have this beautiful 1,100 square foot space where I have tools and I have a relaxing area, and I really enjoy it. I actually have today, I have with some of the people from Intentional Metalsmithing, after this at 1 that I'm prepared for, I actually have meetings with 4 of the students who are on the hot seat, where we can go in and really look at their work, and these guys can ask me questions. So it's really a one-on-one, and it's personal time with me that came from the group that we'll be able to post to. So, oh, thank you. This is my work. This is a lot of my new work. This is one of my favorite pieces, guys. I just can't get away from this. I think what I love is the vibration of this piece, but what I especially loved, which I kind of put on to talk about today, is wire and movement. So I grabbed a couple pieces. I wanted to wear this piece because, you know, I know I have people ask me a lot, like, how do you make these long pieces, and how do you keep pieces from flipping over? How, you know, how do you do that? One way that so there's a number of different ways, and it really is all in the hinging. And to give you a clue, it's actually Making Connections is a really good book to talk about stable links. It's all in the links chapter, which, by the way, is one of my chapters that are in intentional metalsmithing, is all links. I actually put together, there's one piece in here, oh, I didn't grab it with me though. There's one piece in here that I'm getting more focused on my links this time, and I'm going in and I'm building one of everything. So see these joins right here? This is actually the links that a lot of people got to learn. It's a lot of the links that are on my new intentional metalsmithing. You know, it's even putting leather on here, adding leather, adding design, making ends, just having the movement here. Now you guys can see every place that I want movement, I've built loose pieces and spaces for them. If I don't want movement in a piece, you can check out the back of this. I have stabilized this whole piece because I do not want it to move. Now this piece is done, if I wanted the whole piece not to move, I could just run a wire straight down the back and connect everything, which I do many times. But with this piece, because I have this piece so it's longer and it's going to sit here, I used to, when I was in my 20s, oh my gosh, I was like stick straight. I hardly ate any food. It was really kind of fun. You think you're so cute running around skinny as a stick, Well, now I'm a little bit more voluptuous, so I build jewelry differently. They always say, the clothing designers, you have to build, oh, there you go. Christy, we put this on here. If you guys aren't on my mailing list, please get on. I'm going to announce when I'm doing my sale for all this jewelry. That will be in, oh, hi, Lorraine. Oh my gosh, Lorraine. So some of the people that are on, it's so nice to see everybody again and talk to everybody again. It's so fun to see people who have lasted through time in our field, right, Lorraine? I knew her probably 15 years ago, and it's fun to see, like, the Ornament Magazine, Lapidary Journal, some of these places that have been here forever and kind of morphed, and what you do to morph and you stay alive, It's like I used to do so many different things, and I love it. I love trying different things. Thank you, Adrienne. Adrienne was here for the master's class, and she says she loves my workshop because it looks like an art studio. I know. I really do have. I'll show you. Actually, on Instagram on Tuesday, I'm going to have my daughter here filming me. So I'm going to show you guys around my workspace a little bit more. And then I talk about ergonomics and I'm going to really get into, I have an opportunity then to really get into like work. So I wanted to get into like head pins and working with different wires. I'm kind of, on Facebook, I just really kind of address it and talk to it a little bit. So when you want to come up and over a voluptuous body where your breasts are, you have to think about swing and movement, So you don't want pieces like this to be too long because they're just going to stand straight out, with a large breast. So I only have like 2 inches, maybe 2.5 inches of space, and then I have a lot of movement where this can just work its way flat on my chest, So as I'm building pieces for my body, I'm not really thinking, oh, do I look beautiful? I'm thinking, how can this sit? How do I want this to sit? What kind of movement do I want in this piece? How does it have to sit to lay on top of my body? It's going to be really exciting. I'm very tempted to show you guys this piece, but I won't because it does me a lot of good to start working on my body of work for Milan ahead of time. Oh, thank you for that. You love my new work. Thank you so much. Thanks. I'm excited. I really do love, just love working with the gems. Remember, I told you guys, I was talking about the dreams at the beginning of this, and, dreaming all of this, I dreamt a lot of this before I was able to put this into reality. And so here's the carnelians that just, I'm getting a lot of light through the back, but they're not showing up so good this way. But, I actually cut the backs out, and here, So I brought these pieces over because I wanted to show you guys. There's, this is exactly what I'm talking about, and I wanted to show you on earrings. This pair of earrings here took me a long time to build because I wanted every single piece on here to have swing and movement. So you see segments here, you see segments here, and you even see a segment down at the bottom because I wanted movement every single place that you have it. So this piece, when you're moving, will have a lot of movement, which is really kind of fun. That's sometimes what I want to wear and some people want to wear. Now this piece here has very little movement. You can see in comparison, I built this as one. I even built the wire longer on the top. The only part that has movement here is this little dot right down at the bottom of the green amethyst. And that holds all the movement, So there's a big difference between these two pieces. You can see as you're walking and moving. Now I always say to you guys, it's the little details that add up. So it's the little details. You want a lot of movement or a little bit of movement. Thank you, Greta. Oh my gosh, thank you. Oh, thank you guys. So these will all be on my sale. So the reason why the sale keeps getting delayed is I'm waiting. I should have already had my new film done, so I'm refilming intentional metalsmithing with a lot of the new work, with a lot of the new techniques. I feel like I have a different way of thinking. I have a different way that I want to present. Christine and I are working together on putting a book that goes with the course that the group, this last group, will have access to this as an ebook, so don't worry. But when I get into links, I want to talk about all this type of movement and all of this type of ideas that I'm talking to you guys about now. So that and more. So I'm keep putting off this course. So if you're interested in being mentored for 6 months in intentional metalsmithing, please get on the mailing list. There's a free Alchemy of Soldering that's on my website that it shows you all the tools that I work with, all of that, and my presentations are on Instagram. When I'm on Instagram on Tuesday, it's just like a pre-recorded, but hey, I'm excited to start showing up there. I love Instagram, it's so pretty. So my sale will be right after I get done filming. I just want to have these pieces with me for a number of reasons. One, these pieces make me feel so good. Like, the pieces. You can go in and have a hard day and go through your life. And when I come home and kind of open up my pieces that I have around me, like I'm telling you, this one has my vibration right now. Then I'm like, oh, I feel so much better already, So that's why it's important to really work with yourself authentically, because you need these vibrations. You need them in your house. It's important to find the right stones. It's important to find the right objects, I have paid ridiculous amounts of money for found objects that, like a bound. I remember I paid a bound little string. I paid like $100 for it. It was ancient Alaskan bound string, but I just loved it and I had to have it. And, so it's like you bring things like that in and then I'm ready to let them go. So that's kind of the way you want to work it. There you go. Christina put up the free soldering resource guide, Alchemy of Soldering, if anybody wants to get on there. Yes, I know. Well, you guys, Sherry says, thanks for giving us the people who are in the first intentional metalsmithing group. Oh my gosh, you guys. Hey, we worked it out. That was the first original group. We worked out so much, all of us. I think I can see all of us have grown so much. So it was really, really fun. How do I keep them light? Okay, my earrings. So Carly is saying, how do I keep my earrings light? These are super light earrings, I can tell you that. So, and if you look on intentional metalsmithing, and if you look on Alchemy of Soldering, one of the first things that I talk about doing, this is light too. This is really light. You'd be very surprised. I work with a 24 gauge sheet metal. When I get into earrings and I work this small, I can work with a 26 to a 28 gauge earring. Wire, my silver on here. So the silver is not adding bulk. When you get to the filigree, it's 32 gauge, some of these shot, they get a little heavy. If you guys can see on this piece right here, I wanted to put a big piece of gorgeous shot right there, but I knew it would be way too heavy. So it's like these type of things you're thinking about. I knew it would be way too heavy. So I just constructed my own, I put on a tiny one and constructed my own version of how could I, present something and have it be light. So, I don't just stick on heavy shot. I don't just stick heavy things in there. So the way to keep it light, you can see the side of my bezel. It looks like, for me, it's like you would think I'd have a big stone. On my earrings, I am not working with stones that are rose cut this much. I'm not working with, sorry, I'm trying to get in the light. This much of a rose cut. Those would be heavy. I'm working with stones that maybe are, like this. So you can see they're just a tiny, I'll hold it like that. A tiny little rose cut like that. Now, what am I doing in here? This is going to be one of the things that I'll show again too. So I'm actually stacking. I'm actually on the inside, I'm stacking and stacking wire. So you can see in the back, there's some negative space looking into the piece, and that keeps it pretty light. So also, so working with a lighter gauge, I can work small with the 28. I'm working with butane. I love working light. I can even do large with the 24 gauge, and that's what alchemy and soldering is all about. That's what intentional metalsmithing is all about. It's like when I was in my 20s and I was doing fashion pieces, I could get away with. It's like I was sticking locks onto a necklace, and we were all like, "Yay, this is fun!" Everybody bought them and walked around. Yeah, see you at. Oh, yeah, Sandy bought the heavy ones. I was working things out then. Sandy's pieces are, but with Sandy, I talked about just doing ear cuffs in there, so I actually have to make her up a couple ear cuffs. So, or purchasing with a loop, because you literally, if your earrings are super heavy, you could just ear cuff it up there and hang them down. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Oh, thank you. Good. Aw, thank you. Hugs to you. Nice to see you. So, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about with movement. That'll be in my links chapter. I'm going to show you guys at one point when I get a little bit closer. I'm starting to work out these layers and layers with this work that I'm going to be presenting in Milan Jewelry Week. It was really, we didn't know what was going to happen at the beginning of this big scare. Now, hey, Kim Schulich. Kim used to be with me for ice resin. I'm seeing some beautiful ice resin pieces being built too. I am, so what I'm going to show my next time when I'm on Instagram, I wanted to show you guys, everything stems from wire. So I'm going to be really just kind of showing the ergonomics. I hope I'm saying that right. Oh my gosh. My kids are always like, Mom, you're always struggling over there's like a couple words. Maybe it's my south side of Chicago accent, but these are, just working out ideas of head pins and wire. Everything, all of my wire work stems from the head pins. It all stems from the head pins. I know it seems like head pins, it's a super simple way just to think about, everything stemming from the head pins and also the wire too. So I actually was trying to get these all prepared ahead of time. One of the things that I didn't, I learned so much about, yeah, yay. Oh, good, Morocco, it will be. So I don't know, I think you guys know that, oh, nice. That I'm going to Morocco in October. There's a group of us going. I'm also opening up Morocco for 21, where I'm doing another study. I put on there on my Instagram. It's been, it's my interest to try to simplify what I can in life so I can expand what I want to in life. So for me, I can't wait to get to Morocco because I just imagine working with the tool set that we have in alchemy and soldering, working with that tool set, getting into a small space and just building all this incredible pieces that, we're seeing be built. This is actually Morocco inspired, my piece I have on. These are Morocco inspired right here. these with the gems on the side. See that tiny little gem right there? Moroccan inspired. All these tiny little small ones, the boxes, all of that. It's going to be really fun, you know, to really work out this idea. Now this one, you guys, you guys will get a sneak peek ahead of time because Christina and I and Adrian, we are going to be, I'm doing a giveaway with my jewelry. So I thought this would be a nice one for a giveaway. It's actually beautiful smoky quartz in here. I never cut out the back. So you can see, I mean, this one, it's really beautiful. You could see the patterns inside, but I like a little bit more weighted on my wrist, so I didn't cut out the back. But when I'm doing, you know, now really pretty much, and this one I didn't cut out the back either, you know, but now I'm just really cutting out the back all the time. I didn't even do it on this one on the top. But when you do cut out the back, you can see how transparent everything can be. So that's kind of nice. So yes, Morocco's going to be fun. I'm going to be announcing, oh my gosh, it's like by the time, we're really, yeah, email us if you're interested in Morocco. Email me if you're interested in India, because India, we're going to take a look at these type of gems, come from India. Morocco is the fossils. Fossils are behind these gems. So for my, my Milan Jewelry Week presentation, I'm really working a combination of this. I wanted to wear this ring today because and at one of the meetings that I had here and in my intentional metalsmithing, and in our master's class, we worked, you know, taking one piece and finding your work and then springing from there. So I'm taking this piece right here and possibly this piece here, but more of this because I'm working with gems. You know, maybe this type of a look with gems and bone fossils. And I'm going to do a whole big layers. There's going to be 6 pieces in layers that will all layer up together. You know, so you guys will get to see like a lot of the joins, a lot of pieces that, you know, here's a piece that fits on me by moving straight down. And then there's pieces that, you know, then I have pieces that, do I have one here? Maybe, maybe not. You know, then there's pieces that you actually, I showed the last time I was on, that you could pinch together and they can just really come straight from the top. So it's by kind of weaving in and out different shapes and different sizes with links. So these are the 3 types of wire. I wanted to show you guys a copper, a bronze. You can absolutely, with this, silver is a good price, and then a silver in work. But when you're doing your work, feel free to solder. This is actually the bronze right here. It's so beautiful. And you can get a bead drawn, you could get a nail head made. So beautiful and you can actually darken this. It darkens beautifully with liver of sulfur. This is the copper that some people love. This bends like butter as well. Bends like butter. Bronze bends like butter. These are actually much easier to work with than sterling silver. Sterling silver is a little bit tougher. It's going to bend like butter because I have just a small gauge here. But sterling silver, out of the 3 of those metals, is a little bit more brittle, with the jeweler's saw. If you're working with copper or jeweler's grade bronze, oh my gosh, you know, it really, you're going to be able to get a lot of your work looking beautiful. So anyway, you guys, let me see, does anyone have any questions? Okay, so, and Christine, I love that Christine is here. Yeah, so anyway, so Lisa, I am selling my work. So my work, as soon as I can get my film done, which it's scheduled for the first week of May, then I should be able to, then I'm going to actually, we're going to have the sale up, and we'll make announcements from the website. We'll send out an email. You know, you guys who are here can get on there and pick out your pieces. You know, get on there and tag them and pick your pieces out that you want. It's just easier for me. I don't have an assistant right now for shipping, you know, every day. Like if somebody orders here and there, I do my very best, but it's easier for me. Yes, do I have any, Sherry, do I have anything in the mammoth sticks? I love those mammoth sticks. Oh, like these? But yeah, the rings, you know, I'm doing a lot. I'm still working on pieces that will be in the sale too. So don't worry, you guys. And maybe I'll put some of the mammoth sticks and put some of the gems up for sale as well when I do the sale. So when I do my sale for the jewelry, which should be maybe the second week in May. You know, if I think we're getting released here in Cleveland, as long as we wear masks. I just have a film crew coming in, so it's not like, you know, and I'm here by myself, so it's not like I really have a lot of action going on. Portland is still in August, so I'm definitely planning on, okay, where do I get my bronze from? All of the bronze wire comes from Parawire originally. I love those guys. They're in New Jersey. They have a jeweler's grade wire. I think you can buy from them direct. There also is metalliferous. Rio Grande has jeweler's grade bronze. Rio Grande tends to be most expensive. If I can find it from other places, I will. Metalliferous, Frank, who has a New York accent, was telling me that metalliferous is able to give better prices on their bronze because they sell so much of it, even better than Parawire. So I know that they sell retail, but if you buy a lot, so they're the ones that make all the bronze wire. They've got copper wire. I'm teaching, I know it's crazy with the schedules. Rio does have bronze, Ken says. Everything I think is really good priced right now. So Rio does have very affordable jeweler's grade bronze, and it all comes from Parawire. That's kind of, you know, I just wanted to talk a little bit about wire talk. When I'm on my Instagram, I kind of get in there and do more of the work. It's set up at my workstation here. I come in and I dress up. Guys, what do you think about that? I'm all like, today I came in and I started cleaning, you know, and sweeping and things. And I was like, I don't want to get all dirty, you know. So anyway, good. Yay. Sandy's in the Portland class. So, you know, a lot of the classes are cut. If you guys are interested in a class for me, I do have one going on here May 15th, where I'm taking a group of people. I kind of had to cancel my April and bringing a group in May 15th. I'm here in Cleveland. You're welcome to look at it on my website. I'm thinking, you know, the only way it'd be canceled. We're a small group here. We're like 8 to 10 people. So, it's not, you know, I think what's going to happen once the doors open, they're talking about the first week in May. We don't know yet, but maybe, you know, our new reality is like wearing masks or staying in smaller groups, you know. So I'm thinking the May one is still going to be a go here, May 15th, 16th, 17th, I think. I'm also doing one, oh my gosh, if you guys want to do a really, really fun one, it's in Mexico in December. I can work with people individually. There's 10 to 12 of us, and it's a really fun workshop. We drink our tequila, we swim, we go out and look at art exhibits, we go out to dinners, we, you know, it's beautiful, just beauty all around us. We have a chef. So Mexico is the most affordable. It's $2,000, everything included but your airfare. And that one is a lot of fun. So if anyone is interested in working with me for 5 days, oh, there you go. Christina, thank you. I love Christina so much. I'm like talking about the workshops and Christina popped it up. So there's where you can get to my workshops. The Mexico one is listed there. I think the one in August in Portland might be full. I'm not sure. But I do have one, also another one in September, which is called Caging Expanded, which is all about wire and caging, and I'll bring out these two pieces. Let me see where I have them. Hang on. Sorry, guys. Pretend like I'm still there. Okay, here we go. You guys, I set this up just in case. Right behind me, brought a soldering bench behind me. This is actually Caging Expanded. I wanted to really show, this is the caging piece that I talk about, like in Morocco, we'll be finding beautiful fossils there. But this is Caging Expanded, where we're literally using double wires on here. You know, we're using ideas from the chapter Bezels Expanded, where we're soldering wires together. We're actually doing just different types of bezels expanded, maybe doing, you know, bezels inside there. I want to work a lot with both these pieces here are found object bezel, you know, ring bands that have a really nice weight to them. So that's kind of my schedule there. Christina said she loves me too. We do. We really match. We love working together. Christina is, she is my business coach, and she really kind of takes care of a lot of the behind the scenes. So if I didn't have Christina, I would have been, I don't know if I definitely wouldn't have had such a successful intentional metalsmithing. So thank you for all your help, Christina. All right, you guys. Oh my gosh, there, Sherry, the Mexico venue is beautiful, but I think Sherry might want to be coming too. So India is going to be, when I get it up there, I'm still waiting. That's going to be in January. And that's where we're hunting. We're going to see gem dealers. We're going to see silversmiths. We're following this gorgeous Indian jewelry, like we're doing in Morocco. So, okay, you guys, I think I am. I think that I've said what I needed to say about wire. Tuesday, I am going to show up and talk about the anvil posture, on Instagram. Anvil posture, I'm going to show some head pins there, like really hammering them out. So does that make sense? Oh, thank you. Now this is my, oh, thank you. Yes. Oh my gosh. Usually really I have my hand full, but I let my rings, I like the rings because usually when I wear my hair, I can't see everything, but I am happy with some of this work that I'm doing. So it's been really fun. Sherry, oh my God. Sherry says, unless she wins the lottery, she can only do India. Poor girl. I'm so bad for you, I'm going to tell a really quick story. When I used to travel into Thailand, many years ago when, as an American, here we live as an American, and, I think some people, even in Australia, people are showing up, or England, and it's like, oh my gosh, Thailand is so affluent now. I mean, oh my gosh, it's beautiful to see. But when I used to travel there, I would really get to see, I really got to see that life, how spoiled we are, how much we really have. Like if we have a house and a phone and how much we have. And it's one of the things that when I would travel into Mexico and into South America and into Southeast Asia, when I would come home when I was in my 20s, it really, it reminded me, it really put things in perspective on how much we do have, So it's like in simplifying. And in fact, when I remember when I was traveling, I lived on the north side of Chicago. I had no money. I was just starting off as an artist. I lived in this great, fantastic apartment. It wasn't in the best part of town, but all the way up. I was right on the water, right on Lake Michigan, but it was before Lake Michigan really turned. I mean, where Chicago really turned over. But I went in, I would go in and I'd buy this really expensive, really good red wine. I found it was like $2 or $3 a bottle of this really good wine, and nobody would buy it but me. It was this bad neighborhood with, everybody's drinking Mad Dog 2020 because they could get a better high quicker, and I'm buying a nice bottle of red wine. And I walked out the door and these people were like, I bet you're rich. And I was like, oh, I was just really depressed that day. And I was like, oh my gosh, no, I am not rich. I'm saying, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm anything but rich. Like I'm just trying to make a jewelry sale so I can live my life and pay my, and they're like, I bet you're really rich. And they're like, I bet you even have a phone in your house. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have a phone in my house, how rich am I? How grateful am I? I have a phone in my house, So it's like sometimes when I go through hard times in my life, I think back like, hey, I have a phone. And in fact, I have it right here, so just I'm being grateful. So let's all be grateful. We are, I know, and it's really nice to see. Aw, nice. Okay, you guys, so I will be putting IGTV, I'll be putting on, so it's not a meeting, you can pop onto my Instagram right now, and I actually have one on how to make inexpensive pliers, instead of the Revere pliers, how to make your inexpensive pliers look like Revere pliers. That's kind of, I warm people up and talk a little about it. So that's the one that's on my Instagram right now, if anyone wanted to pop over. Aw. So you guys, did anyone have any questions about anything? Okay. All right, you guys, well, I'm meeting with a couple people later on. I'm really looking forward to it. From Intentional Metalsmithing, they're one-on-ones where we're, I really have a chance to look at work, and then we're going to publish that to our group of an Intentional Metalsmithing. And, Canada, how are you doing over there in Canada, Sue? Nice. You guys have some real strict shutdowns there, not just state to state. So interesting. Okay, guys. Well, thank you for showing up, and